Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm playing this immediately after finishing the previous video, so it wants me to wait till 2 days later. We will do that very fast. I still haven't looked up the stuff about the envelope, like gifting that to the characters and whatnot. I can probably figure that out later, but for right now, my main focus is on the story.
It's been 2 whole days. Surely Hu Tao must have finished her work by now. Let's go to the funeral parlor and check.
Okay, that's not too far from where I am.
Hey there, it's us again.
Hello, you two. I'm so sorry, but if you're looking for the director, I'm afraid she still hasn't returned.
What? She still isn't back after 2 whole days?
Is that normal?
Not exactly, but it's not unheard of. The director is unpredictable sometimes. She's been known to disappear for up to 2 weeks.
Okay, well in that case, a couple of days isn't a huge deal. Hu Tao will be Hu Tao.
Hey, I spy Aether and Paimon. Man, how long it's been. Happy Lantern Rite. Yeah, it's been a little while. Gaming, I think his name.
Hey Gaming.
Yeah, it's Gaming. Happy Lantern Rite, Gaming.
So, what brings you here?
I gotta make a delivery to Chenyu Vale. It works out nicely, cause my dad's eager for me to get home for the holidays anyway. So, two birds with one stone.
Hold on! A delivery from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor to Chenyu Vale? Is this for the Feiyun Commerce Guild by any chance?
Wait, what? Have you been learning fortune telling or something? How could you know that?
No. We just ran into Singcho a couple of days ago, so he told us the news.
You scared me there for a second. I thought we'd sprung a leak, and on the one job that we were specifically told has to be extremely hush-hush. But it sounds like you found out from another source, so we're all good. Miss Undertaker, is everything ready to be loaded up? If so, I'll do a quick inventory count, and then we'll be on our way.
The goods are ready for inspection. This way, please.
Wait, Gaming! The last we heard, Baiju was still trying to figure out a way to help Singcho's great-grandfather. So, did it not work then?
Oh, the Baishu part is news to me. Anyway, the master from the Feiyun Commerce Guild said they just want to ship some items back home to get ahead of the situation. I guess they're hoping for the best and planning for the worst. So don't worry, there's still hope.
Ah, gotcha. Hey, Traveler, do you think we should go see Singcho?
Before you run off on a wild goose chase, Master Xingqiu's already back home in Chenyu Vale. He and his brother made the trip together. Something about checking if any repairs are needed at the family home.
That doesn't sound promising.
Let's check in with Baishu.
Yeah, he's sure to know what's going on.
Alright, well, I'd better get moving. Next time, we're going for some dim sum. Okay then, see you later, coming. Oh, Baishu happened to show up.
Baiju!
How convenient.
What are the chances? We were just about to go looking for you.
Uh-huh. Most curious coincidence. He was searching for you, too.
I was indeed. Traveler, there's a situation I need your help with.
Has his lordship taken a turn for the worse?
No, his condition is stable for now. This is a different situation. It's about Chi-Chi.
Oh, what happened to her?
Chi-Chi? What's wrong with her? Has she passed out too?
She still hasn't come back from her herb gathering trip. It was 2 days ago that she left, and she was supposed to return the same day.
Oh, maybe all the mountain climbing slowed her down. Or maybe she got bored of work and turned it into a vacation.
I just noticed that, like, the frames are having, frame drop issues right now. It's getting a little bit laggy. I don't know if that's my internet connection or something else.
Given Chi-Chi's unique condition, we always make sure to write the agreed return time in her notebook.
There's also a rule in the notebook which says, not finding herbs, okay. Getting home late, not okay. But she's now over a day late, and still no sign of herbs.
Yikes! Has this ever happened before?
Never, hence our concern that something has happened to her. So we posted a commission at the Adventurers Guild yesterday.
But I've dealt with many adventurers in the past, and they don't always fill me with confidence. So I'm not comfortable leaving the search for Chi-Chi to them alone.
Neither am I. Just this morning, some of the adventurers were back home. Were back already, saying they found the place where Chi-Chi went missing, but got spooked because it was haunted. Needless to say, they did not catch a glimpse of Chi-Chi herself.
In short, right now, you are the only person I feel I can trust completely.
Where did you send her to go herb gathering?
Wulong Hill, in the Changsha Mountain Range.
Okay.
Changsha again, huh?
Indeed. It's looking increasingly likely that something untoward has happened up there.
Yeah.
I saw 2 new patients yesterday. Their symptoms were identical to those present in Timaeus and his lordship.
We can discuss that later. Right now, we should go.
Yep, finding Chi-Chi is the #1 priority right now. We'll update you as soon as we can.
Thank you both. I'm counting on you.
The funeral parlor has no master. Eugene Terrace calls the troops. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, we'll just teleport on over to where we're supposed to go then. Well, it does look like it's not in the best shape, just from what I can see of it.
Is it just Paimon, or is this place creepier than ever? Paimon really hopes Chi-Chi's okay.
Why would she come here? Fend off the monsters, it says.
Gather. Order guide you.
Well, in that case, the easiest way to do that is to
Hold the line.
just completely destroy them with elemental bursts and stuff. Oh, come on, you. Really? And unfortunately, I've got to fight this guy without my elemental bursts or anything like that. Well, I could have used an elemental burst, but it would have been a waste.
It's another one of Lan Yan's rattan figures. Does that mean she's been here?
Probably, and likely with Hu Tao.
Just what are they up to? Oh, Paimon's got it! They came here to go ghost hunting! The people from the Adventurers Guild did say Wulong Hill was haunted. Hu Tao knows all about ghosts, and Lan Yan's rattan figures have all those witness sigils on them. So she must know what she's doing too!
Then what happened to Chi-Chi?
One second, Oh, okay. Hear Paimon out. Chi-Chi's a zombie, so her joints are stiff. That means she can't run too fast, and so she must have gotten kidnapped by a ghost.
A perfectly logical argument, but somehow it's still not very credible.
All right then. Well, let's keep looking for clues. We'll see who's right soon enough.
Okay.
Huh? What was that sound?
I don't know. It was like a rustling noise.
Ah! Ghost incoming!
Probably not. Oh. Hold up. It's me, Yelan.
Yelan? What are you doing here? We were told this place was haunted. Well, guess it kinda was, just not by ghosts apparently.
Heh, that's right. I managed to scare off a few rookie adventurers, but it looks like you're not so easy to spook. Anyway, don't go any further. There's danger up ahead.
But we have to find Chi-Chi. She went missing around here and she could be in danger.
I'm aware of the situation. My contacts in the Adventurers Guild also filled me in. I found an herb gatherer's basket part way up the mountain, possibly belonging to Chi-Chi. But I don't think she's here anymore.
Huh. What makes you so sure?
Because I scoured the whole place looking for clues. That's how I know that the immediate area is safe. But beyond this point, I can't be sure. So you're here to look for Chi-Chi as well? No, I'm investigating the unknown disturbance here. About a month ago, the Ministry of Civil Affairs noticed an unusual spike in the number of elderly people seeking medical care in Chinksa village. Plus, they all seem to be suffering from an unknown illness.
Baiju noticed that too. He's convinced that something's up in Chinksa village.
Actually, we discovered that the source of the problem isn't Chinksa village itself, but where we are now, Wulong Hill. But the village isn't far from here, and the elderly residents are particularly vulnerable, which is why they've borne the brunt of it.
Huh. The plot thickens.
I'll bet Hu Tao and Lan Yan knew something.
Probably. If only we knew where the heck they've gone.
I might have some idea.
Really? So where are they?
Somewhere difficult to reach. For now, you should come with me. We need to speak with Ningguang.
What? Why?
Don't act so surprised. I just shared top secret information with you. Surely you didn't think I would let you walk away.
What are you gonna do?
I'm kidding. Ningguang is well aware of the situation with Director Hu, and everything I've seen suggests that Lan Yan and Chi-Chi ended up in the same place as her. Come on, Ningguang will explain everything. So is it taking me there? Automatically no. In the past, I would have said no way. I mean, I'd be happy to join you, but I'm not about to tell my crew they won't get to go home for the festival this year. That all goes without saying, unlike what I hope you're going to say next. Haha, you sure have a way with words. Alright, fine, it's a yes. The Gate of Fright, Genshin Forest, yeah? I'll handle it. I knew I could count on the great Captain Beto to answer the call of duty. Save the compliments. Just make sure you pay my crew properly. It's Lantern Rite, so they'll be expecting 5 times their usual rate. Haha. The deal is sealed, and then the trap is sprung. Well, you've got me now. So, what about your share, How much will that rob me of? Oh, please. Firstly, no one can rob the Qianquan. I don't remember how that's pronounced. Not even me. And secondly, keep my share. It's my gift to you. Go buy yourself a new hairpin with it. Saves me a trip to the market, right? Ha ha ha. Oh, I can hear Yunjin singing, I think. Oh, hey, Aether and Paimon.
Ahoy there, Captain Beto!
Ah, little Paimon. That bright-eyed enthusiasm is exactly what Ningguang needs. She's conscripting you, by the way. Got some real back-breaking work lined up for you.
What?
Haha, sorry. I got a dash. See you around, folks. Oh yeah, and happy Lantern Rite. Well. At least I'm pretty sure I was hearing Yunjin singing in the background. Yelan clearly knows me well. She's brought you to here without me needing to say a word. Beta said you were conscripting us. Beta never passes on an opportunity to wisecrack at my expense. She's not exactly wrong though, is she? Aether and Paimon have actually been there before. That's what makes them the perfect candidates.
Then where? Where's there?
Oh. I know you're looking for someone, and I don't wish to waste your time, so I'll get right to the point. From what I understand, Director Hu Tao, Miss Chi-Chi, and Miss Lan Yan are currently stranded inside the border.
Border? The border? That border?
Yes, that border. The border between life and death.
Whoa! When did you find out about the border? Wait, and how did you know we'd been there before?
Heh, come on.
Oh, right. Literally your job to know that kind of stuff. Fair enough. Good job.
Uh-huh. So how are you so sure they're at the border? Time is limited, so I can't go into full detail, but let me give you a brief bit of background on the current situation. 1 month ago, the Ministry of Civil Affairs became aware of an unusual illness affecting the elderly of Qingsa. A couple of weeks later, Director Hu came to report a potential disturbance in the border. The Ministry of Civil Affairs investigated and, sure enough, found an ominous presence on the Wuwang Hill. Then, 3 days ago, Hu Tao came to us again, this time to update us that she was now ready to go to the border and investigate the situation in full. We had agreed to meet again yesterday, but she failed to show up. that's when I sent Yelan to investigate further. Director Hu's last known location was Wuwang Hill. Same goes for Qiqi and Lanyan. I'm about 90% sure that all three of them are stuck in the border.
If even Hu Tao can't get out, there must be something seriously wrong.
Now that you know the situation, are you willing to travel to the border and rescue Hu Tao and company? Your prior experience exploring that realm makes you our best hope.
Of course! If our friends are in trouble, we'll help however we can. But there's one problem. Last time we went to the border, Hu Tao led the way. We don't know how to get there on our own.
I'm guessing Ningguang already thought of that. You can seek assistance from the Conqueror of Demons at Wangshu Inn. He will show you the way. Okay, Zhao.
Oh, Xiao, of course!
Heh. Yelan was preparing to travel to the border herself before you two entered the picture, so naturally, he has been briefed on the situation. Understood. We will head out right away. This rescue mission is of the utmost importance. Director Hu must be brought back safe and sound. Consider it done. Then, I'll wait here for the good news. We got lucky. If I'd gone, I don't know what my chances would have been. But don't go putting your feet up just yet, Yelan. I'm afraid I have another mission for you. Yeah, I figured that might be the case. What's the situation? The gate array. We've now found the locations of the Gate of Life, Concealment, Fright, and Injury. Is that right? Kuching and Ganyu are handling the Gates of Life and Concealment, and Captain Beto has agreed to take the Crux fleet to guard the Gate of Fright. That leaves the Gate of Injury. I've racked my brains, and other than the Conqueror of Demons, I can't think of anyone more suitable for this than you. Oh. I see. It's in the chasm. That's right. As for the remains of the 4 gates we are working on to calculate their positions based on what we know of the array so far, it shouldn't take long now. When I last saw Director Hu, she said that if worse comes to worse, activating the 7 and 8 gate arrays may be our only option. But if you have doubts, I'd like to hear about them. I don't know much about this magic array, but it doesn't sound like obfuscating doesn't involve obfuscating one of the people involved. Huh. That is what troubles me too. Let's continue this discussion another time. Okay. What the? Oh, I fell during just before I triggered the cutscene. I wasn't really gliding when I was coming down from the mountain up there because I teleported from up above, and so as a result, Zhongli ended up dying, which is unfortunate. I'll heal him up very fast. Then I'm gonna look to see if I can find Yunjin because I'm pretty sure that was her singing. Okay, I think it's coming from in here. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, Ningguang is up there. I may as well talk to her very fast. You have an update for me already?
Oh, no, we were just about to head off, actually.
Okay. I'm very confused about that. Maybe she's over in the one area where she usually does the opera stuff. No, it doesn't look like it. But I'm pretty sure I heard her. That is so weird. Doesn't matter. Let's continue.
Xiao, you're already here.
For a second there, I thought Paimon wasn't going to be voiced. Oh, it's you two. Where's Yelan? There's been a change of plans. Do you have any idea how dangerous this mission is?
We'll be fine. Danger's never stopped the traveler before, has it?
The border between life and death is a treacherous place at the best of times, and the recent disturbances will only make it more so. You will face great peril at every step of the way. There are people stranded there. We have to get them back.
Exactly. Plus, we made a promise to Ningguang.
Please, go back and tell them to send Yelan instead. Oh, wow.
What? Are we not good enough?
I would feel more comfortable sending Yelan. She is privy to a secret art practiced by her clan. Plus, she has extensive experience in battle. If anything was to happen to Aether...
Oh, so you're just worried for his safety. Wait, but he has extensive experience in battle too.
Huh.
Come on, think of something.
We promised Zhongli we would go.
Huh? What do you...
Show Zhao the Rex coin from Zhongli.
Oh, yeah. So, this is a protective talisman that Zhongli gave us. It even has the symbol of Rex Lapis on it. See? He said we'd better get Hu Tao back, safe and sound, or there will be consequences.
Paimon, you're a horrible liar. Your attempts to mislead me are futile. That coin is clearly a counterfeit. It carries only the symbol of Rex Lapis, and none of his power.
Oh, drat! Zhongli swindled us!
Oh, what's worrying you, Zhao? I fear the bad karma I carry would only disturb the border further. So, while I can show you the entrance, I cannot venture inside with you.
Oh, so that's what this is about? You're worried that you won't be able to rescue us if something bad happens, huh? Paimon can understand, but still.
I'm not the one you should be worried about.
Right! Hu Tao understands the border better than anyone. Without her, no one has a clue how to handle this situation.
Plus, we've been there before.
Yep, that makes us the second most experienced border goers after Hu Tao.
Don't, dare to trust us. Very well then. Hold tight. Oh, we're immediately going there? Okay.
Whoa, that was fast.
The border should be nearby.
So, do you know the spell to open the border?
No. Balancing the forces of life and death has always been the Wangcheng Funeral Parlor's domain. I'm not familiar with their craft. But since the border has been disrupted, Fetter is leaking out. We should simply need to find where the leak is. That will be our entrance. Evil conquering?
That was amazing! So you can see Fetter?
With my Adeptus perception, I can sense the presence of the abnormal. Whether it's Fetter or not, we shall see soon enough. Let's go. So he went further on ahead of us, I'm guessing. Oh no, we get to actually play as him. Okay. And we get to follow the trail of it too. His jumping ability is also active, which is nice. Oh, this is it, isn't it? Right? What am I supposed to do? Oh, okay. I'm supposed to just keep I'm just supposed to hit that, right? The Federer sets them into a frenzy, and then something else. I don't know what else he said.
Worthless.
Where else are we supposed to go? It's leading that way, right? Oh, right over here. Come on. There we go. This is the entrance? Yeah, this is the place.
Looks like it was Fetter you saw back there after all.
As I said earlier, this is as far as I can accompany you, or I risk doing more harm than good. You'll be on your own from here. Don't worry, we'll be okay. Lean your head in for a second. I have no idea how to say that. And Aether's eyes just glowed for a second there.
Huh? What did you do?
I placed a witness sigil on your forehead so you can share my powers of perception. Now you'll be able to see the fetter. There's no knowing what things are like in there, but hopefully this will help. When you find them, call my name. I will open a passage and pull you out.
Thanks, Xiao. You've thought of everything. Back in a jiffy.
Be extremely careful. Let's talk to Zhao again before I go in. Okay, he's just repeating himself. Let's go in here. Returning to this once familiar place, you find it afflicted by a calamity of unknown origin. such that even the director of the Wangsheng funeral parlor herself has been trapped within. If you choose to venture deeper, you must proceed with the utmost caution. So let's go ahead and just go in with our normal group of people. Find the 3 people who are trapped. Paimon kind of recognized this place from last time, but something feels different. In what way, Paimon?
Rise!
And is there a way to get up here? Nope. There's an invisible wall right there. They knew somebody would try that. Anyways, Paimon isn't moving on from what she just said, so I'm just going to continue on until something changes. Oh, I'm able to do this to see things. Okay. Interesting. So it's basically like telling me which way to go by activating that. Use Xiao's ability, look for anything unusual, and attack it. Oh. Do I have to keep that activated? Okay, never mind. And Paimon's still saying the same thing.
Stabilize.
Hasn't advanced the text at all yet.
Embrace the ice.
I don't know if that's some kind of weird glitch or something, but... Anyways. Oh, I can open it without having to wait. Is there anything else in here before I continue? There's a second there, I thought I saw a treasure chest there, but there is a treasure chest right here, though.
The path ends here. Should we jump down? Isn't that how we did it last time?
You know, I'm starting to vaguely recall this place. Yeah, vaguely. I'm not, like, 100% certain about everything, but I do know that this is a path forward, so that's all that matters.
Huh. We're nearly at the end, right? How come we still haven't found them yet?
Who knows?
Also, it's kind of hard to tell that there's been a huge disaster here. It seems just as serene as last time. Maybe try using Xiao's ability.
Okay. So far... oh. What's that over there? That is unusual.
Hey! That's one of Madame Lan's rattan figures! It just ran away! Let's go after it!
Okay. So it's just gonna keep running from us? Weird. Catch.
The rattan figure is covered in feather! How did that happen? Let's see if there are any more.
Okay then. I don't know if I should continue this way yet or not, but I guess I am.
Solidify.
Take flight!
Whoops. There we go. And it wants me to use Xiao's ability, so I'll do just that and attack this. And there's another one of those things, so where'd it go? Right here. Catch. Wait. I caught it, right? I think. Oh, it's all the way over here. Now I've caught that. Cool.
Why would Madame Lan leave her rattan figures here? It's like she's using them to cast some sort of spell. Well, if there's two, Paimon bets there's gotta be more.
Is there something up here? You know what? Doesn't matter. Let's just continue this way for now. Can I continue that way? No. It stops you from doing that, going that way.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
So I guess I should go this way then, right? Maybe? Yeah. And now there's this. So they light up the little lanterns once you interact with them enough. Come on. And this should be the final time, I imagine. Because it's going to go right into that lantern? No. One more time. Okay, so what'd that do for me? Okay. And we're now in a new area.
Yeah, what's going on? Where is this? Oh, is this what the border actually looks like now? It's horrific.
Oh, okay. Interesting. There's spider webs and stuff.
You ready to jump again?
I'm not jumping down until I make sure that there's nothing else. Okay. Yeah, this does look a little bit different. Oh, a treasure chest. Kind of surprised that they placed one right there. Okay. And there's the tree. I'm sleepy. Don't fall asleep, Chi-Chi. You've already absorbed too much fetter. If you fall asleep, you'll never wake up again. But, so sleepy.
Focus on my voice, Chi-Chi. You are not feeling sleepy. You are the most awake person in the whole world. Even if everyone else falls asleep, you are going to stay wide awake.
Whole world asleep, Chi-Chi awake. That was impressive. I didn't know hypnotism worked in reverse.
Even so, it doesn't really solve anything.
Hang in there. I'm close to figuring out how to get to the exit. Want to close my eyes and dream.
Fight it, Chi-Chi. Fight it.
A dream, huh? Chi-Chi, let me help you with that. Now listen closely. This is how your dream is going to go. Picking herbs in the blazing sun. Chi-Chi wipes her brow. Picking herbs. Chi-Chi. She finds a temple on a hill and goes to seek the Tao. Temple on a hill. An old priest greets her at the door. Surprise, her name's Hu Tao. Hu Tao? She grabs young Chi-Chi with both hands and buries her deep underground. By Rex Lapis, she'll never be found. I'll get grief. She's sometimes a little bit creepy, isn't she? No, don't bury me. Help. Not so sleepy now, are you? No, wide awake with fright.
Drat! Hu Tao, we've got a problem. Somehow they've broken through my illusion.
The monsters, you mean? Monsters?
Don't be afraid, Chi-Chi. We'll protect you.
Hotel, Madame Ron, Chi-Chi! Oh, thank goodness we finally found you.
So the little rattan things were used to, like, create an illusion to protect them. What the? Oh, so it was you guys. Aether, Paimon.
Oh, you frightened me for a second. I thought my illusion had been undone by a bunch of monsters. How did you find this place?
Let me guess. The Tianquan, I don't know, I'm not saying that correctly, sent you? I knew she'd act if I missed out our meeting.
Wow, so Hu Tao really planned ahead. She knew someone would come after her.
It's dangerous here. Time to get out.
It's not as simple as that. This place is changing constantly. Director Hu has found the exit plenty of times, but it would always close before we can get to it.
Don't worry, we've got you covered.
Call Xiao's name. You found them? The Conqueror of Demons is coming? Why, thank you. No need, I'll open the passage now. What monsters?
Drat! They must have sensed the new way out.
Humph. Let them come. It's their funeral. Courtesy of Director Who. This will take me a minute or so.
Hurry, we gotta fend them off!
I'll help too. Interesting. Oh, we get to play as Hu Tao here. I'm gonna do something really fast though. Okay, let's go ahead and beat these guys up.
Cross over!
So is it using like a trial version of the character? Or is it my version? Probably trial, right? Because all of these are... all of the characters I have access to seem to be
Closing in.
ones that I'm not normally using. Oh, come on, really? Where are you? There you are. So she uses chakrams, right? Let's do this before the time runs out. Huh. Well, I tried to see what Lanyan's elemental burst was, but I don't know if I actually saw the proper cutscene for it or not. It may not have had a proper cutscene, but regardless, I did see what it did. It did some kind of damage to the enemies, and I think it changed her normal attacks into like a what do you call it type of element, a Nemo element. Anyways, did they manage to exit?
You see, Xiao? Told you we'd be fine.
Yep. I'm glad you made it out.
Excuse me, sir, but are you the legendary conqueror of demons?
You may spare the formalities. Is everyone okay? We're alright, but Chi-Chi absorbed a little too much fetter. Start from the beginning. What exactly happened? I was picking herbs, then I saw a hole. I tried to block the hole, but instead I fell in.
There's clearly something special about Chi-Chi. If I'd absorbed that much fetter, I don't think I'd still be around to tell the tale.
Chi-Chi's condition is certainly unique, but regardless, it was still a risky call.
Well then, let's get her to Boo Boo Pharmacy, shall we?
I'll take her. Your work is still not done, so you should return to Yujing Terrace.
Oh, true. We shouldn't keep Ningguang waiting any longer. She's probably as stressed as a slime in a hot spring by this point, right?
I highly doubt it.
Okay, well, we can discuss that later. Let's just head back.
Okay. Interesting. I wonder if I were to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, if Zhao would be there and whatnot. I'm gonna check that very fast. From what I can tell, no, they are not. I thought it would have been a neat little hidden thing that they could have added, but not a big deal. That's an interesting map.
We got everyone back safely.
Impressive work, Aether. You were even quicker than I expected.
Paimon thought you'd be super anxious having to wait for us here at Yujing Terrace, but you seem as calm as ever.
See? And you thought she'd be hopping around like a slime. If I can't trust you, then I really don't know who I can turn to. My apologies, Lady Tianquan. I wish somebody would say that out loud. I promise I'm not usually late for appointments, let alone by a whole day. Hope you can understand. No apology necessary, Director Who. It was my mistake letting you go to the border by yourself. Don't say that. Even I didn't think the situation would get this bad. How bad is this bad? I'd like to know too. How dangerous is the situation we face? And how did it compare to the previous cases? Way worse. Like, way, way worse.
Huh? So this isn't the first time? I've never heard of this happening before.
Well, don't forget, the border isn't part of the natural landscape. It's more like an old house that is gradually falling apart. So it requires maintenance every once in a while. Sometimes every few centuries, sometimes every other decade or so. And of course, that is the responsibility of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. In the past, though, the worst it got was a few small fetter leaks. That's an easy fix with our secret art. It burns it all away, no problem. But this time is different. Inside the border, it's like the whole world has been turned upside down. Do you have any idea what the cause might be? Not so far, no. Maybe it's the Abyss. I mean, that was my first thought too. I doubt it. I haven't found any traces of abyssal activity. Oh, really?
You're thinking about Natlan, right? It did feel kind of similar, but not exactly the same. Is Liyue's border anything like the Night Kingdom in Natlan?
Ah, yes. I've heard a little about the crisis there, but as far as I understand, the Night Kingdom is a true realm of the dead, while the border is more of a boundary world between life and death. Yep, it's a demarcation line. Life on side, death on the other. So if the border falls, or fails, souls will pour out, and the whole thing becomes a chaotic mix of life and death, just like what happened all those millennia ago.
No wonder so many people have been aging faster than normal.
It's a symptom of death encroaching on the world of the living.
Then what should we do now?
Burning away the fetter won't do any good, because the issue is the border itself. Lady Tianquan, any progress on the 7 and 8 gates method I mentioned last time? Yes. We've deduced the locations of the 4 of the gates, and we should be able to pinpoint the rest of the array before long. Whoa, already? You don't mess around. Several strokes of luck were involved. Our nation is blessed with good fortune.
Wait a second. That gates method you mentioned. Are you talking about the one from the sanctification of Tao Du?
That's the one. You've seen the gate of the border, or state of the border gate. I can't think of any other way to fix it besides a complete do-over.
Do-over? You mean make a whole new border?
Wow. No, not the whole border, just the part that's been giving us grief. Which is just as well. Reconstructing the whole thing would be much more difficult. What is this 7 and 8 gates method? The 8 gates refer to the 8 key nodes in Liyue's ley lines. Life, death, repose, concealment, initiation, terrain, fright, and injury. They can be used to direct the ley line's energy.
And the 7?
That's the requirement for activating the array. The array master will select one gate from the 8 to subdue evil, cutting off its exit path by using the ley line's power to obfuscate themselves.
What do you mean, obfuscate?
As in, disappear from the ley lines completely, never to be seen again, taking the banished evil along with them.
So someone has to die for this to work? But you can't seriously be considering this.
Now, don't worry. That's the traditional interpretation, but people just assume that because the lone butterfly sacrificed herself. But let's not forget, they were purifying a whole god. As bad as things are now, it's still a far cry from what they had to deal with. Besides, the border isn't completely ruined, so we're only fixing one part of it. If you ask me, as long as the Array Master can withstand a huge blast of fetter, they'll be just fine. Oh? Do you have any proof to back up the statement, Director Who? My proof is that I know the most about life and death out of everyone here, unless anyone wants to dispute that. No one? Okay, good. Looks like we're all in agreement. In that case, we can plan our next step as soon as Ningguang has found the remaining 4 gates. Director Who? Is something to add, Lady Ningguang? No. There is something else I'd like to ask about, but it might not be my place to do so. If you do not wish to answer, then please pretend I never said anything. Sure, what is it? Do you believe that today's border crisis could have anything to do with the Wuwang Hill disaster from over a decade ago?
Huh? There was a disaster at Wuwang Hill? What happened?
That name again, Wuwang.
Some sort of natural disaster, wasn't it? There used to be a village there, but then there was a flood or something. It took a lot of lives, and all the survivors moved away. But that doesn't explain how Wuwang Hill became the dark and gloomy place it is today. Maybe there was more to it.
No, Lady Ningguang, I don't think those two events are related. Excellent. Well, that puts my mind at ease. Everyone, let's meet here again in 2 days. We should know the locations of all the gates by then. Alright, well, I've still got a lot of preparations to make, so I'll be heading back to the funeral parlor now. Hey, see you later.
Good. If we're all done here, I'd better get going too.
Wait, Lanyan. Paimon meant to ask, how did you know where to find Hu Tao? Did you already know something was wrong with the border?
Oh, that. Yeah, I definitely owe you an explanation. Why don't you meet me at the Adventurers Guild later? I just need to write a letter to my family first. I want to let them know I'm fine. And I also have some questions I want to ask them.
Alright, then we'll see you at the Adventurers Guild.
Okay then. What's bothering you, Ningguang? The Wuwang Hill disaster has always haunted me. Still, if Director Hu says the incidents are unrelated, I probably shouldn't pry any further. Okay then, so let's go over to the Adventurers Guild.
Traveler! Paimon! Over here! Perfect timing. I literally just posted my letter. Anyway, back to your question. Let me guess. You're probably thinking I predicted the border crisis with some kind of mysterious magic.
Well, yeah. Aren't the Lons of Chen Yu Vale all experts at Chiman divination or something?
No, that's simply not true. Yes, the Chiman arts have been practiced in my clan for many generations. And yes, Wind Reader is listed as one of our ancestors in the genealogy, but my family are only distant relatives. We branched off from the main family line long ago. By my grandpa's generation, the only Chiman he knew was a few parlor tricks. Put it like this. My grandpa makes a living telling fortunes in Yilong Wharf. But I'm making more than him just selling my handmade arts and crafts.
So why exactly did you come to look for Hu Tao?
Because grandpa's readings have gone sideways recently. The romance and career fortunes are doing okay. But when it comes to longevity, everyone's readings suddenly saying they only have a few years left to live. It gave Grandpa quite a fright.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Fearing backlash from his clients, he closed shop and shut himself away at home, trying to divine an answer to the strange readings. But after days and nights of divination, the only clue he got was Wangshang Funeral Parlor. Right around that time, I happened to receive an invitation from the Ministry of Civil Affairs to organize a street fair. So I figured I might as well drop by the funeral parlor to see what Director Hu might know about all this.
Oh. Wait, so your grandpa's divinations were correct all along, weren't they? The longevity readings were affected by the border crisis, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the answer, because they could fix it.
It's certainly looking that way. Apparently every soul in Liyue is now living under the creeping shadow of death. But so far, we are the only ones in the know.
I have another question. What's the deal with this Rattan figure? Rattan figure, whatever.
Wait, that's the one I left at Miss Yingar's shop. It's actually a product of genuine Chiman art. It's engraved with an exorcism sigil to absorb inauspicious energy in their owner's place, so they won't come to harm. I had no idea you'd been holding on to it all this time. I guess it was meant to be. You're more than welcome to keep it if you like. When I first arrived at Liyue Harbor, I passed by a large house and felt a chill go down my spine. So I made a rattan figure and gave it to the young master there. Later on, I also sensed something similar around Timaeus, so I made another one and left it at Scent of Spring. Then I followed Director Hu to Wuwang Hill, only to find she disappeared without a trace. While I was searching the area, I found Miss Chi-Chi. She was stuck in some kind of crevice, and she seemed to be blocking something from coming through. When I tried to pull her out, we both got pulled into a cold, dark place, which I soon discovered was the border.
Okay.
We wandered around aimlessly for a while, until we ran into Director Who. She'd lit some incense, and was burning Feder left and right with a flaming staff. But there was just too much. There was no way she could hope to get rid of it all. Worse still, the Feder blocked off the way we'd come in, trapping us inside. Thank goodness you came to our rescue.
Whew, what an ordeal. Still, your family sounds more impressive than you let on. Didn't you use some kind of illusion magic in the border?
Yes. Actually, that and the rattan figures are things I learned from one of my cousins in the main branch of my family. She's been practicing the Chiman arts since she was little. She's also the one I posed some questions to in my letter back home.
Questions about the 7 and 8 gates method?
Wow! Good guess. Yes, I want to know for sure whether sacrificing one of the participants is a necessary part of the method or not. I figured she might know.
Huh? But Hutao already told us it won't come to that. She said we just need to make sure the person can withstand a strong blast of Feder.
I certainly hope that's true, but I can't help but feel uneasy about it. I haven't known Director Who for long, but I get the sense that she prefers to keep the truth bottled up sometimes. Sure, she talks a lot, and isn't afraid to broach dark and uncomfortable topics, but she really hasn't said much in the way of her own private thoughts. It's like she's already got a plan, and is keeping it to herself.
You mean, you think she lied to us?
Well, that's not good.
I wouldn't call it lying per se, but remember when the Tianquan asked about the incident at Wuwang Hill from a decade ago?
Finally, somebody pronounced that Tianquan. I think that's how she said that. Let me listen to that again one more
I wouldn't
time.
call it lying per se, but remember when the Tianquan asked about the...
Tianquan. Okay.
Yep. Hutao said that it doesn't have anything to do with what's happening now. Are you saying they actually are related?
Do you know anything about what happened back then, Lanyan?
I just heard that there was a flood. But given everything that's going on, I think it likely had to do with the border as well. That would at least explain the strange weather going on at Wuwang Hill. I remember my cousin saying that around that time, the Wangsheng funeral parlor set up an altar on top of the hill. I just assumed it was for a funeral. But now, I can't help but wonder if it was some sort of ritual to try and fix the border. Anyway, the ceremony was hosted jointly by two former directors of the Wangsheng funeral parlor, namely Hu Tao's father and grandfather.
Okay.
Oh, really? Hutao's never mentioned her dad to us before. How strange. So you think there's more to the story, huh?
Yeah, but since she brushed it aside when the Tianquan asked her about it, I don't see how I can broach the topic. I've only known her for a few days.
I guess we should go talk to Hutao ourselves.
Huh? You think we should ask her about it? But she's never opened up to us about family stuff before. What if she shuts us out?
Then that's her choice. All we can do is try. Then you can keep poking her until she tells us the truth. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, that isn't very nice. All right, let's go find her and take it from there.
Okay. Talk to her before I go, though.
I hope my family will write back to me soon.
So, back to the Wangsheng funeral parlor? Yeah, all the way up there.
Hutao!
Aether, Paimon, what's up? We haven't spoken in 5 minutes and you're missing me already.
Yep, so we thought we'd come hang out with you. What were you looking at just now?
Something so amazing you wouldn't believe it, but I'm not showing you. Why? Is it a secret photo of me? Haha, seriously though, you probably shouldn't joke about that. You don't want to jinx it. Jinx it how? Well, the people in this picture keep appearing in my dreams lately, and none of them are around anymore, so keeping you out of the picture is probably for the best. Haha, alright, I'll quit joking around. Here, take a look.
Huh? Wait, are they?
Huh? Oh, that was what Paimon said. Interesting. So that's Hu Tao as a little kid with her dad and grandpa. And the hat that Hu Tao now wears is on her grandpa's head. Although she's currently in her new outfit. But, you know, the normal outfit that she usually has that particular hat. Yeah, my dad and grandpa. Without this picture, I'd probably have forgotten what my dad looked like by now. When he passed, I was still too young to understand what was going on. Everything I know about my dad, I learned from my grandpa. So, what happened to him? There was a border incident on Wuwang Hill about a dozen years ago. My dad tried using the art of Homa to burn away the fetter, but he slipped up and suffered a lethal exposure to it. He died on the spot. Oh wow, that sucks.
That's awful. So, is that what made Wuwang Hill the way it is today?
Yep. His mistake didn't just cost him his own life. It took most of the village out, and left lasting changes on Wuwang Hill itself. Thankfully, my grandpa managed to deal with the fallout, but that's not to say he escaped unscathed. He didn't even make it to 60 before he passed. So your grandpa was affected by the incident with your dad. Well, he never admitted it, of course, but given how healthy and how fit and healthy he was before that, I would have expected him to have a few more years in him.
Sounds like you blame your dad for all this.
How could I not? It would be one thing if he was just a spoiled brat who never amounted to anything, but he was a genius. He was, and still is, the best spellcaster in our family for generations. Grandpa always called me gifted for mastering the Wangsheng arts by the age of 8, but by the time my dad was 8, he was already hosting rituals and incinerating fetter all by himself. Fixing the border crisis should have been a piece of cake for him, and he messed up. Who else is there to blame if not him?
But maybe the question is, why did he mess up?
Because he was an unworthy director, every past director has burned away all of their belongings when they pass on, leaving at most 1 or 2 items behind. My grandpa, for example, left only his hat behind. But my dad, he left a whole pile of stuff, including this meaningless picture.
But doesn't that show how much he cared?
No, all it shows is that he was unable to let go. And the fact that he couldn't let go is precisely why he failed during that ritual. He was too attached to his aging father, his young daughter, and the world where we were all together. Wow. That's why he hesitated in that final moment. Because he was afraid to die, he lost focus, and death won, taking his life and many others. In this line of work, we know better than anyone how hard letting go can be. We see it all the time. But as funeral directors, it's the one thing we cannot allow ourselves to fall victim to. Like Grandpa always said, we should live in life and die in death. That's the whole basis of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's existence. Unfortunately, with my dad, these teachings went in one ear and out the other. He really let everyone down.
You don't need to be so hard on him. Sure, he made a mistake, but he can't have meant for things to turn out this way.
You're missing the point, my little Paimon. It's precisely because he's my dad that I choose not to hold back. There isn't a father in the world who would disapprove of their daughter being outspoken, because a father's biggest fear is that once he's not around anymore, his daughter will never get to be that carefree, sassy little kid ever again. So I'm going to keep talking trash about him all I want, wow. And on the off chance he ever overhears me, I know he'll take some comfort from knowing that I never stopped just being myself and living my life in my way. Anyway, so that's the brief history of Wuwang Hill for you. Anything else on the agenda? Thank you for being so open with us. Hee, did you think I'd hide it from you? Nah, we're better buds than that. Plus, you did just rescue me from the border, so I owe you big time. answering your question seems like the least I can do.
Alright, in that case, Paimon has one last question. Earlier, you said that no one will have to die when the array is activated. Is that the truth?
Yes. In my highly professional opinion, yes.
Okay. That's all Paimon wanted to hear.
Try not to dwell too much on all this stuff, okay? There are still 2 days to go, so check out the street fair and enjoy yourself. You said it yourself, remember? Gotta keep a reasonable work-life balance. I'll see you at Eugene Terrace in 2 days. This time, we're gonna turn death to ashes. Okay, the second part of the timed event story is complete. There are 2 more parts left. Talk to her again. Guys, seriously, go and rest and relax while you can. We have a big job coming up in 2 days' time. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward the time very fast. Well, actually, no, I'll wait till the next video to do that. So anyways, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Next time I play, I will be continuing the timed event here, making swift progress on completing it. And hopefully, if not by the time I finish the next video, then the video after that will be when I finally am done with this timed event here. It seems to be a timed event focused primarily on Hu Tao, which is nice, you know, learning a little bit more about her character and stuff. So, anyways, yeah. Thanks again, see you next time, and bye-bye.